Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
Try and put something on your back.
You think that I'm DUI right now? This is insanity. I can't wait till you take me into Frederick County Sheriff's Office.
So that's where we are now. He's like, I'm going to blow straight zeros. Okay. I don't give a
Can a law enforcement officer legally arrest you for a DUI based entirely on your refusal to perform voluntary roadside field sobriety tests? What happens to an officer's career and credibility when body cam footage proves they fabricated physical signs of impairment to justify an unlawful custody? How can citizens effectively protect their constitutional rights when facing aggressive police officers who explicitly state they do not care about objective scientific proof?
Anything to drink tonight?
Have I had anything to drink tonight? No, sir. I have not had anything to drink tonight.
What's your name?
Totally sober. My name is Levi. It's the same one on that registration card.
Okay.
Yeah, everything on that is the same. I can't believe I don't have my license on. I must have brought it in because I know I usually keep my wallet and things like that in here, but I know I took it out because I made an online purchase recently. But everything on that registration card is active and current, as you can see. So yeah, I mean you have no, you can run me, it's all good.
A routine late-night traffic stop quickly transforms into a highly contentious constitutional showdown when deputies target YouTube journalist Levi Trumbull. Despite Trumbull's clear, calm, and repetitive assertions that he is entirely sober, the atmosphere grows increasingly hostile. Within minutes, instead of receiving a simple warning or traffic citation, Trumbull finds himself detained in handcuffs and placed in the back of a patrol unit. The swift escalation begins immediately after he exercises his legal right to decline the highly subjective field sobriety tests, setting off a chain reaction of questionable law enforcement decisions inside the sheriff's office.
Everything will be good.
You still live in Monrovia?
Yeah, everything is current.
And he straight up crushed that red light. What? Yeah. And has been repeating every single thing I've asked him.
It's like he's stalling to figure out what he's going to say.
Oh, hello, officer.
All right, I'm going to have you step out on field sobriety real quick. Make sure you're sober. Good to drive.
Well, I'm not going to perform my field sobriety, but I will step out of the vehicle. I don't have a problem with that.
Why won't you perform field sobriety?
Why would I? Why would I give you probable cause to take me in? Do you think I'm DUI?
I already have probable cause to take you in.
What's the DUI?
As the interaction progresses, a second deputy on the scene begins actively building a narrative to justify their growing suspicions. Rather than evaluating the situation objectively, the officers interpret Levi's deliberate speech patterns and his repetitive questioning as tactical stalling tactics, rather than a citizen processing his legal options. The law enforcement officers on the scene begin documenting his precise verbal responses and alleged driving behavior as foundational elements to establish reasonable suspicion, transforming regular, cautious late-night driving and articulate self-defense into definitive signs of a heavily impaired driver.
What's a DUI?
Well, no, what is your probable cause to think that I'm under the influence of alcohol right now?
Driving behavior, speech patterns.
What about my speech patterns?
It's not something I'm going to get into right now. Do you want to perform field sobriety or no?
Well, no, why would I give you that? Because
okay, then I'm going to take you to jail.
Go right ahead.
Okay, try and put something on your back.
You think that I'm DUI right now? This is insanity. I can't wait till you take me into Frederick County Sheriff's Office. I'm going to blow on your actual test, and it will be completely sober, sir.
That's fine. So what's going to happen now is you're going to be read your advice of rights through the MVA, okay?
The tension reaches a critical breaking point when the primary deputy orders Levi to step completely out of his vehicle to undergo a battery of physical field sobriety tests. While Levi demonstrates compliance by exiting the automobile without physical resistance, he draws a firm line at participating in the physical exercises themselves. He openly questions the tactical and legal logic of the request, astutely noting that these unscientific roadside tests are designed to help officers build probable cause for an arrest rather than prove innocence, effectively refusing to assist in his own incrimination.
Thank you.
Do you have anything on your person to cut, stick, or poke me?
No, officer, I have nothing that's going to harm you.
Okay.
Stick you, poke you.
Open your mouth for me. Lift your tongue. Up. Yep. Okay. Any piercings, dip, or anything that I've missed?
I do not have piercings, and if you ask, do I chew tobacco?
Yeah.
No, sir. I do not chew tobacco.
Okay. This could have been real easy, man. If you had anything to drink, this would have been real easy, but...
All right.
Okay, come on.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have a cell phone in there.
Oh, we're going to tow your car.
You're going to tow my car?
Yeah.
The arresting deputy confidently asserts that he already possesses sufficient probable cause to execute a DUI arrest, pointing directly to his personal observations and the initial driving behavior. Levi refuses to accept this vague justification and immediately challenges the deputy's assertions on camera. He demands a specific, detailed explanation regarding his speech patterns, forcing the officer to articulate exactly what parameters indicated intoxication, a move that visibly frustrates the deputies on scene who are unaccustomed to such direct legal pushback.
Okay. That's insane. Okay. I assume at some point there will be some sort of medical examination to determine whether I'm actually under the influence of any substances. Again, I just want to reiterate for the record, I am stone cold sober. I have not had anything to drink.
Following a final refusal to participate in the voluntary roadside exercises, the deputy officially informs Levi that he is being placed under arrest for operating a motor vehicle under the influence. Levi is visibly shocked by the sudden decision, reiterating loudly that the arrest makes absolutely no logical sense given his complete and total sobriety. The physical arrest proceeds despite the lack of any objective scientific screening, demonstrating how quickly an officer's subjective interpretation can result in a citizen being deprived of their physical liberty.
You're not giving me a chance to exercise that, so based on my observations, I'm going to take you in.
Well,
And if you want to blow zeros, that's fine. We're still within our right to tow your car.
I hear what you're saying.
Do this investigation, okay?
I didn't believe, am I required by law to perform a field sobriety exercise? I didn't believe that I was.
It's called implied consent. It's on the bottom of your Maryland driver's license.
Even as the metal handcuffs are secured tightly around his wrists, Levi remains entirely composed and vocal about his absolute sobriety. He confidently reminds the arresting deputies that the impending official breathalyzer examination conducted at the station will undeniably validate his claims and confirm that he has consumed zero alcohol. His willingness and eagerness to take the scientific chemical test strongly highlights his confidence, directly contrasting the traditional behavior typically displayed by genuinely intoxicated motorists trying to evade detection.
You just hang out right here. We'll do the paperwork real quick.
I just think this is a shame tonight. This really is.
Okay, I've given you my opinion. You've given me yours.
I understand. I mean, you are arresting an individual right now who is not
in the car.
Okay, I'm sitting in the car.
Based on the observations I made,
okay, I understand.
determined you might be under the influence. There's more than one substance. Just shut up and listen for a second. There's more than one substance to be under the influence from, all right?
I understand.
You're not allowing me to do the test to either confirm or deny that you're under the influence of anything, so I have to go based on my observations. So I place you under arrest for that.
Throughout the booking process at the roadside, Levi consistently maintains that refusing to participate in physical roadside agility tests is a protected legal right rather than evidence of criminal guilt. The deputy counters this by explaining that a refusal to perform field sobriety exercises does not legally prevent an officer from making a physical arrest, asserting that law enforcement can legally choose to proceed based solely on their subjective roadside observations and perceived signs of intoxication.
Even if you blow zeros, it doesn't matter. Okay. Your refusal for the test gives me probable cause. Okay?
Listen,
right,
I do hear what you're saying.
So you want to continue to argue it and tell me how smart you are, that's fine.
I'm not arguing with you, sir.
You are. You've been arguing every single thing that I've done.
I'm not arguing with you, sir. I'm just letting you know.
With Levi securely locked inside the rear compartment of the patrol vehicle, the deputies immediately transition into the secondary phase of the impound operation. They begin conducting a thorough inventory search of the vehicle's interior compartments and officially summon a local towing service to remove the car from the scene. This process effectively strands the journalist and ensures that his personal property is entirely under state control before any scientific validation of his sobriety has occurred.
Good, dude? Bro crushes a red light in front of us at Lowe's Lane. Just going northbound. So I light him up. He proceeds for a quarter mile, just refusing to stop. Slows in here, just like darting all around. Walk up, eyes are bloodshot. Hands me 2 registrations. Sifts through his credit card, says I don't have my driver's license on me. I'm like, okay, step out of the car and do field sobriety. I'm not performing any tests. 1095. So that's where we are now. He's like, I'm gonna blow straight zeros. Okay. I don't give a. So he's sitting here giving me his opinion on how everything should work.
Alright, I'll get the tow story.
I appreciate it.
The situation takes a deeply troubling turn when a responding police supervisor arrives on the scene to review the ongoing incident. In a shocking display captured clearly on Bodycam, the arresting officer explicitly tells the supervisor that he does not care if Levi later registers straight zeros on the official breathalyzer test. To justify this stance, the deputy exaggerates Levi's driving behavior to the supervisor, falsely claims the driver possesses heavily bloodshot eyes, and inaccurately portrays a legal rights assertion as uncooperative criminal behavior.
Thank you, officer. Is it right here? Okay. Handle.
Was tonight or tomorrow?
Thinking about it. There we go. Alright, come on, Levi.
For my sake, I hope it's tonight. Stand up.
Yep, I need you to take a nice deep breath. You gotta seal your mouth on top of this mouthpiece and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Understand that? Nice deep breath and keep blowing until I tell you to stop. Keep going, 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 keep going. Keep going, I can stop.
Levi is subsequently transported to the local police precinct for formal administrative processing and mandatory chemical screening. Upon arrival at the testing facility, Levi remains completely cooperative, following all physical instructions perfectly as he prepares to take the formal breathalyzer examination. The atmosphere in the booking room is heavy with anticipation as the officers prepare the machinery, fully expecting the scientific data to back up their subjective roadside assessments and validate the arrest.
Are you guys able to do a DRE page?
A DRE? For the state? I don't know. Zeros.
Oh, really? Thank you very much. Apparently they are upstairs and coming down. That's the quickest I've ever heard a DRE respond in my life. That's not normal. Don't get that in your head that that's normal. Normally it's an hour wait. How about you? Any copies of all this? Right now I need a signature from you acknowledging that you agreed to take a breath test and took one satisfactorily.
The atmosphere in the room shifts instantly when the breathalyzer machine prints out the official scientific results, displaying a blood alcohol concentration of exactly 0.00. The officers are visibly stunned as they are forced to acknowledge that absolutely no trace of alcohol exists within Levi's system. Realizing their original legal justification has completely evaporated, one officer quietly pulls another deputy aside to suggest pivoting the investigation toward narcotics, suggesting they immediately call in a specialized drug recognition expert.
What we have now is what's called a drug recognition expert on his way to check for any additional substances.
Well, come and take my blood and urine too. That'll be a better resource to be able to run it through it. Is that funny?
Yeah, because all you gotta do is take field sobriety tests and said you want to act like this.
I don't want to act like anything, sir. I have to exercise my rights.
Rather than admitting their error and immediately releasing an innocent man, the officers continue to subject Levi to intense interrogation and psychological harassment. Levi remains entirely unshaken by the high-pressure tactics, looking the officers in the eyes and telling them they can execute whatever administrative procedures they want, but he will never stop firmly exercising his constitutional rights in the face of blatant law enforcement misconduct.
And,
You know what I mean?
and now you're forcing this investigation. So, I mean, if you enjoy spending the night in the hospital and doing the evaluation, giving blood, that's on you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't, but at the end of the day, there are certain things that I have to do to make sure that my rights are protected, because when men in uniform, you guys are the state, right? And I am considered the private. When the state comes down on the private, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'll need a signature, man.
Okay. I know you. I understand you need a signature. Right here?
Yeah, signature of driver.
So,
as the private.
I would usually like to read all of this before I sign it, but
The law enforcement personnel continue their aggressive tactics by warning Levi that refusing further non-alcoholic chemical or physical screenings could result in administrative driver's license suspension penalties. The deputy formally reads aloud the standard implied consent paperwork, detailing the severe state consequences of non-compliance. Levi listens to the warnings patiently, completely aware that the officers are attempting to use administrative pressure to salvage an unlawful DUI investigation.
I do have to read you your Miranda rights.
my Miranda rights, yes, sir.
Because what we're going to be talking about is going to dip into things that could potentially mean incriminate yourself. Do you understand these rights that I've read to you?
Yes, I do.
Do you agree to speak with me?
At this time, I am going to exercise my Miranda rights and also my Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, and I'm going to assert that right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you very much, officer. Do you have anything else for me right now?
Not at this moment. I mean, if you don't want to do the DRE eval.
Well, I mean, I am going to actually, you read me those rights? Those are my rights, yes.
Despite the definitive 0.0 breathalyzer result, the officers stubbornly refuse to abort the investigation, operating under the unverified theory that Levi must be impaired by a substance other than alcohol. Recognizing the trap, Levi immediately and formally invokes his Miranda protections alongside his Fifth Amendment rights. He states clearly and unequivocally that he will no longer answer any questions or participate in any further discussions without legal counsel present, shutting down the interrogation.
Follow your orders and comply with your wishes.
Have him sit back in the other room.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Or you lead the way, officer.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where I'm going.
Right here. Right here.
Right here,
Yep.
right back to where I originally was in this
Yes,
nice
sir.
brown wooden chair that looks like it was constructed in about the 1960s or 70s.
It does indeed.
Faced with an absolute refusal to talk and a complete lack of physical evidence, the department is ultimately forced to release Levi from custody. However, the legal battle was far from over as the initial criminal charges and traffic citations had to be formally resolved within the court system. Following the formal dismissal of the state's ungrounded case, Levi Trumbull took aggressive legal action, officially filing an intent to sue the department for a staggering $1 million in damages. The initial traffic citations and fabricated DUI charges brought against YouTube journalist Levi Trumbull were completely dismissed in a court of law after a review of the objective, chemical evidence, and the conflicting body cam footage. Following the internal review of the incident, the officers involved were formally suspended from duty for their improper conduct and false arrest. Levi Trumbull has officially initiated a massive legal battle against the department, filing an intent to sue seeking $1 million in damages for civil rights violations, false imprisonment, and malicious prosecution. You have watched the exact moment these officers realized their entire case evaporated into straight zeros. Do you believe the arresting deputy should face permanent termination and criminal charges for fabricating physical signs of impairment on a sober citizen? Drop your verdict in the comments below. Guilty of a false arrest or not guilty? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.